let me start the session. Okay. So, what are the things we discussed in the last class? What are the topics we have covered in the last class, last session?
Full backup. We are discussing backup concepts.
Full backup. Okay. Before full backup?
DB roles.
Between DB roles and full backup?
Orphan user.
Very good. Okay. So can anyone tell me what are the queries to fix the orphan users? What is the query to find out the orphan user first? How can we find orphan users? What is the query?
SP_change_users_login report.
Okay, SP change users login report. That's fine. Okay. And fine. Let me ask Bhaskar. Okay. Bhaskar, are you comfortable? Bhaskar? Yeah, Bhaskar.
Yes, sir.
So what is the update one query? Yeah, Bhaskar. Can you tell me the update one query to fix the orphan users?
SP_users_change update one from the orphan user SID.
SID
to login.
But I'm happy that you remember something. Okay. The answer is wrong, but at least you remember something. You're trying to mix a lot of things. Okay. No problem. Yeah. Can anyone tell me what is the query to fix the orphan user using update one method?
SP_change_users_login update one. Here mention username and login name.
Username and login name. So Bhaskar, you are telling about the first method and not first method. You are mixing both first and second methods. Okay. So that is different. Create login name with password, comma SID. Okay. So that is completely different. Okay. So let me ask Naresh. Can you tell me auto fix query to fix the orphan users? Auto fix query. Okay. Fine. Okay. So that's fine. Mohit, can you tell me the autofix query? What is the query for autofix to fix the orphan users? Okay. Pooja, can you tell me that one?
Yeah. SP_change_users login autofix comma login name login null and password.
Very good. Login name comma null comma password. Very good. Excellent. Right. Now tell me which SID will be changed in the autofix method?
When we are fixing orphan users in the first database.
Okay.
Okay, and login was created.
Okay.
And here user ID will be changed.
Okay.
User SID. And second, and new login SID. New login was created with the SID, and user will be updated to that SID. I think.
So in the autofix method, which SID will be changed? User SID or login SID or both?
First time when we are fixing orphan users for the first time in first database, first time.
For the first
user
time?
will be updated for a new login SID.
Are you sure? User or login for the first time? Yes. For the first time, which SID will be updated? User SID or login SID in the autofix method?
Login SID.
Login SID. Very good. Okay. Then after that?
Then the next time user SID will be updated.
Yeah. So what is the disadvantage with the second and third methods when compared to first method?
In second and third methods, we have to fix the orphan views for every database.
Excellent.
We
Excellent.
can't-
Very good. We have to run the query update one and autofix method on all the databases. In how many databases we found the orphan users, we have to fix the issue in all the databases. Okay, fine. Let's go with the Joshi. Joshi, tell me what is meant by orphan login. Orphan login. Joshi, are you comfortable? I guess you are in mute. Okay. Let me pull someone. Venkat, can you tell me what is meant by orphan login?
Excuse me, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Actually, give me permission for recording.
Okay. You don't have permissions for recording? Oh,
No,
okay,
sir,
that's
actually,
fine. Yeah. You can record now. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, actually, orphan logging means if window user in the window label has been deleted and the particular fields are called a window orphan login.
Okay. How can you find out the orphan logins?
With the SP_ valid date login.
Okay. So what is the fix for that?
We can add the user in the Windows server.
Okay. So if we add the deleted user in the Windows level, automatically the Windows orphan login issue will be fixed, right?
Yeah.
Very good. That's fine. Just a minute. Jiva, Bhaskar, Nandini, Naresh, Vijayashree, Venkat, Mohammed, Joshi, Mohit, Nagesh. Okay, that's fine. Right. So how can we give permissions on a specific table to any user? I want to give permissions to a specific user on a single table. How can we do that? Can anyone tell me?
Go to the table.
Okay.
And then security and
okay.
And
table we have security, yeah. Okay.
No.
Go to the table and properties we can give.
Okay.
And we can also edit in a login, particular login.
Login or user?
Select user, particularly you can select a particular table.
So either you can go by user properties, you have to search tables, or table properties, you have to search users. Clear? Either we have to go by table properties, then you have to search for securables, you have to choose users and you have to give the username and you have to select the permission. Or go to user properties, securables, select tables, select that particular table, search the table, select the particular table and give whatever permissions you want. Okay, either select, delete, update, insert, whatever permissions you want, you can simply give the permissions, right? Use database name. What is this, Vijayashree? Use database name. Avinash, you have already recording permissions. You can record.
By giving select permission.
Okay, Avinash.
Can select on table name too.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that is also fine. Yeah. Yeah, Avinash, you can record the session now. Okay, I guess you have rejoined, right? So I guess Permissions were removed. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so final question: what is the query to take the backup of the database? I want to take the full backup of the database. What is the query?
Backup database name.
Okay.
Equals to file path name.
Path, no, that path name dot .bak. Okay. So what is meant by media set and backup set?
Collection of backup set we call media set, and
Very
single
good.
file.
Very good. Single file is called a backup set, and collection of backup sets is a media set. So what happened if I give the same file name while taking the full backup to the same location? What will happen if I give the same file
Backup
name?
will append
Yes,
to
very
it.
good. Okay, so the backup set will be appended to the existing backup set, or else it will create a new media set. Okay, so for the first time it will create a new backup set. Next time and all it will append to the existing backup set. So it won't failed in case if you give the same name. Okay, for the next time if you're taking a full backup, if you give the same file name to the same location, it won't fail. Simply it will append to the existing backup set. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so in our last class we discussed about the full backup, how to take the full backup and all. We can take full backup in two ways. One is like right click, tasks, backup. Okay, you have to choose full backup here. Okay, once you create the database, which backup is compulsory?
Full backup.
Full backup is compulsory. Yeah. Without taking full backup, you cannot take any other backups. Okay, so simply you have to choose full backup here, full here, and you have to give the path here, and you can choose the options like append or overwrite. By default it will be appended only. So usually we don't change these settings. Okay, simply what we'll give is we are going to choose the database and we are going to select the disk, and here we'll give the path and a file name .bak. Okay, and simply media options, we don't change any options here. We can simply click OK, or we can generate a script to take the full backup. Okay, so right after full backup, yeah, I asked you one question. I gave you the assignment in the last class. What is the answer? Anyone remember that assignment?
Yes.
So what is the answer? What is the question? First tell me. Some of them are not remembered the question, I know. What is the question?
Full database backup is ongoing process.
Okay,
The database size is 2 terabyte.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, some of records will be inserted. The records will be adding or not. That is the question.
So in case, say there is a full backup running on, it was started at 10 o'clock. It is going to end by 12 o'clock. So in the meantime, like at 11 o'clock, someone added some records. So those records are part of the current full backup or not, ongoing full backup or not. This is the question. Okay, so what is the answer? Yes or no? The answer is yes or no. Now just type everyone. I need responses from everyone. I hope you all understood the question. Okay, so what is the answer? Whether those transactions are part of the ongoing full backup or not? Yes or no? I need answers. Joshi, yes. Pooja, yes. No. Who is no? Naresh, no. Okay, that's fine. Venkat, yes. Vijayasri, yes. Shiva, no. Nagesh, yes. Bhaskar, no. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Muhammad, yes. Okay. That's fine. Anyone is pending? Just type yes or no, not an issue. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, Mahant, and we have one more guy. Mohit is completed. Huh? Okay. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the answer is yes. Okay, so the answer is yes. In case if the full backup is running, if any new transactions are added, if any new records are added or deleted, any changes are there. Okay, when you start the full backup, if there is any changes on the database before the backup is going to end, okay, before the backup is going to end, if any changes are there, imagine backup is going to completed by 12 o'clock. So by 11:59 minutes 59 seconds, whatever changes are there till last seconds, whatever changes are there, either you are inserting a data or deleting the data, all things will be included in the ongoing full backup. The answer is yes. Okay, so all the changes, if you add new records, those records will be reflected in the ongoing full backup file. If you deleted some records, those changes will be reflected in the ongoing full backup file. Okay, fine. That is all about your full backup. Fine. So let me quickly jump into the differential backup. So what is meant by differential backup? How it is useful? Let me open the diagram so that you can easily understand. Okay. Okay. So Google differential, or else let me check whether I have diagrams here in the demo folder. Okay, I don't have diagrams. Right. So let me open a diagram.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Can you
Yes,
share
yes.
more about detail about it? How it will be goes in a backup in ongoing? If I change in it last time.
See how it will goes means that is a transaction. All the transactions will be recorded. See, last time we have already discussed. Full backup means it will take the backup of the data file and it will take the backup of the log file. So whenever you are doing any inserts or deletes, everything will be logged in the log file, right? Right? True or false? What is the use of the log file in the SQL Server database? It is going to record each and everything, a logbook. Okay. So if you are inserting some records, the same transaction will be written to the log file. If you are deleting some records, the same transactions, okay, written to the log file. So whenever you're taking full backup, so you don't consider whether active transactions, okay, or inactive. It don't consider anything. Simply it will take the backup of the earlier we have already discussed it, committed and uncommitted transactions. Okay, simply the full backup will take the backup of all the committed and uncommitted transactions. Okay, so it won't consider whether those are, it won't take only the committed transactions and all. Full backup will take the backup of whole committed and uncommitted transactions. So as you are running the transactions, those transactions will be written to the log file. So full backup will take the backup of data files and log file. Automatically it will take the backup of all the changes during the full backup. Clear?
Clear, sir. Thank you.
Okay, let me open the diagram. Okay, so it will be helpful for you. Let me open one diagram. Okay, fine. This will be good. Okay. Let me go this one. This is also fine. Right. So what is differential backup? Right. So why it is useful? We'll discuss about this differential with this diagram. Okay. So imagine I have a big database. Okay. I have a database around, like my database is like around 2 TB and all. So we cannot perform full backups regularly on the database. Why? Because if you're taking backups are performance killers. Okay. Backups are performance killers. If you are running full backup regularly on a production database, usually performance issues will come. Okay, why? Because it may take a lot of time. It may use a lot of resources and all. So usually 99% is, okay, we don't run backups on the weekdays, especially full backup. Don't run backups means full backups. Usually we don't run full backups on the weekdays. Okay, we use it to run on weekends like Saturday night 2 a.m. 3 a.m. or Sunday night 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Yes, any questions? Okay, so usually we don't run the full backups regularly. Every day we don't run it. Why? Because I told you, right, backups are performance killers. Okay, so they are going to kill the performance of the server. So, but backups are important. We cannot skip the backups, guys. We have already discussed what is the need of the backups in case we cannot expect what will happen in the next minute? The server may crash, the database may crash, corrupted, anything may happen. We don't expect, right? So that's why we have to take the backups regularly, but we usually don't take the backups during the business hours. We'll take the backups during the non-business hours, like Saturday, Sundays and all. And night time, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, we are going to take the full backups and all, right? So daily we don't take the full backup. So imagine my database is corrupted at a Wednesday. As of now, I have only full backup. Okay, my database is corrupted at Wednesday. I told you, right, we cannot run, we can run it, but again, it will create a lot of performance issues. So that's why we don't run full backups regularly. So what happened if your database is corrupted at Wednesday? Your database is corrupted Wednesday, but you have a full backup up to Sunday. Last Sunday only you have a full backup. Now, how we are going to recover those 3 days data? Or else your database is corrupted on Saturday. Okay. Sunday, usually the full backup job is going to run. Okay. We will discuss what is meant by job, how to configure jobs, how to configure a backup job. We'll discuss those things and all. So Sunday, usually my full backup job will run. But Saturday, the database is corrupted. Now, how we are going to restore the database? What are the backups available to you to restore the database? Forget about the differential backup, other log backups and all. As of now, we have only full backup, right? So we can restore up to last Sunday, right? Imagine this is the calendar. Okay. So we have a backup. Imagine Sunday 15th, right? Sunday 15th. So full backup job is running on every Sunday. So we have 8th full backup. We have 15th full backup. Suddenly database is corrupted today evening at 5:30 or 6 o'clock. The database is corrupted. Now, how we are going to get all these 5 days data from Sunday 2 a.m. to, okay, today 5:30 or 6 o'clock? How we are going to recover the data? Why? Because every transaction is important, guys. We have already discussed it. Okay, each and every transaction is important. So, like I told you, like in the Amazon, if you are buying something, imagine if your transaction is missing, you are not going to get the product. So each and every transaction is very important. You have to treat each and every transaction, okay, with that priority. So if we don't have backups, how can you recover the database till, okay, today evening at 6 p.m.? How can you recover the database? So that's why we have a concept called differential backups. Okay, so these differential backups, what is the use of this differential backup? How these differential backups will work? Differential, understand. Okay, so here let me open the notepad. Differential backup, we'll call it as diff backups. We'll take the backup of, okay, we'll take the backup of changes. We'll take the backup of the changes that has been done since last full backup. Whenever you initiate a full backup, remember, okay, whenever you initiate a full backup, sorry, not full backup, whenever you initiate a differential backup, every time it will take whatever changes are there since last full backup. It will take the backup of the changes since last full backup. If there is no changes, it don't take, it will take the backup successfully, but no changes will be there. But usually if you just configure a differential backup, what it will do, it will take the backup of the changes since last full backup. Here, let me explain with the diagram. See here, in this diagram, imagine early, okay, 7 a.m. This is one record came, data 1 means one record came. Imagine at 7 a.m. one record came into my database. At 10 a.m. I perform the full backup. So this record will be covered under this full backup, right? That's fine. Next at 1 p.m. 4 records came, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. At 1 p.m. 4 records are there, means 2, 3, 4 records are added into the database. Now you just perform a differential backup at 2 p.m. Imagine. So here data 1 means record 1 is already there. So the differential backup will take the changes. What are the changes since last full backup? The last full backup happened at 10 a.m. Okay. So after this last full backup, what are the changes are there? Records 2, 3, 4 added. So differential backup will take the backup of only the changes. It don't take the backup of all the records. Whatever changes are there since last full backup, it will take the backup of only those changes. When you perform a differential backup, it will take the backup of only those changes, right? Again at 4 p.m., 2 records are added. 5th record and 6th record is added. So when you perform the differential backup, okay, so as per the differential backup concept, whenever you are running a differential backup, it will take the backup of the changes since last full backup. So what is the last full backup at 10 a.m.? 10 a.m. how many records are there? Only 1 record is there. From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., how many new records are added? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 p.m. differential backup contains all the changes. Is it clear? Any issues, any doubts? Differential backup, simply it will take the backup of all the changes since last full backup. Clear? Again at 8 p.m. you can see here at 8 p.m. 7th record, 8th record is added. Now you took the full backup. Now you just performed a full backup now. Now you took the full backup at 10 p.m. Okay, right? Now at 11 p.m. 2 records are added, 9th record and 10th record. Now at 2 a.m. you took the differential backup. Okay, so as per the differential backup concept, it will take the backup of the changes since last full backup. Last full backup is at 10 p.m. After 10 p.m. how many new records are added? 9th record, 10th record. So it will take the backup of only the changes. Clear, guys? Any issues, any doubts? Is it clear? Fine. No one is responding. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay. So now I have a question for all of you. Okay. Every Sunday, full backup will run. Every day at 6 p.m., differential backup will run. Now my database is corrupted at Thursday. Okay, my database is corrupted Thursday at 3 p.m. Now tell me, I need responses from Mohit. Okay. Now tell me, what are the backups I have to use to restore my database? What database backups you are going to use, okay, to recover your database? I don't need at least by 3 p.m. At least the best available time. What is the best available time you can provide? Okay. My database is corrupted Thursday at 3 p.m. And what is the best available data you are going to provide? Till what time you are going to provide? I'm not asking how many backups you are going to use. At least, yeah.
Sharmukh, I'm in office. I can't talk right now.
Okay,
Can you please carry on?
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's fine. So let me go with what the other persons. Mahant, can you tell me the answer? My database is corrupted Thursday at 3 p.m. Okay. Till what time you can recover the data? What is the best time you can recover the data? You have only full and differential backups.
6 to 7.
6 to
7.
What is that 6 to 7? See, weekly full backups are running. Okay. And daily differential backups are running at 6 p.m. My database is corrupted Thursday 3 p.m. Okay. Till what time you can recover the database? Can anyone tell me? Okay. I'm not going to mention any names.
4:30, sir. 4:30 p.m.
4:30 p.m. of what day?
We can take one full backup of Sunday. Next, we can take a differential backup of Wednesday 6 p.m. That's it.
Someone is saying 4:30 p.m. What is that 4:30 p.m. logic? I don't understand that 4:30 p.m. Okay, that's fine. Joshi, can you tell me till what time you can recover the data? Joshi, Pooja, Jayashri, and we have other guys also. Apart from Shiva, okay, till what time we can recover the database?
So it's Wednesday 6 p.m. sir.
Okay. Any other answers?
Wednesday 6 p.m.
Wednesday 6 p.m. Okay. Why Wednesday 6 p.m.?
Because we have backups till then only.
Okay.
Latest
Fine.
differential backup it is Wednesday
Okay.
6 p.m.
Wednesday 6 p.m. Very good. Okay. Why? Because we are taking backup every day. We are taking differential backup every day at 6 p.m. Right? So Monday we'll take the differential backup at 6 p.m. Tuesday at 6 p.m. we'll take the differential backup. Okay. Wednesday will take the differential backup at 6 p.m. Thursday at 6 p.m. it will run, but my database is corrupted at 3 p.m. itself. So I cannot use Thursday differential backup. So I have only Wednesday differential backup, right? My next question is how many backups I have to use to restore the database? How many full backups I have to use? How many differential backups I have to use?
One full backup, sir, and one differential backup.
Okay. Any other answers? How many backups I have to use to restore the database till Wednesday by 6 p.m.? Just I need some count. That's it. Okay. How many backups I can use? 3 differential, 1 full. Naresh. Okay. 2 Shiva, 2. Okay, that's fine. 1 full, 1 differential Shiva. And Naresh till Wednesday. Okay. Joshi till Wednesday. Vijayashri till Wednesday. Take before differential backup. Take before full backup. Okay. And 1 full, 3 differential. Right. Venkat 1 full, 1 differential. Pooja 1 full, 1 differential. Right. Okay. The meeting is going to close now. Let me reopen the meeting. Please join with the